We should not be borrowing against all of the children in Illinois and then picking certain areas to send that money and not even bother to include the poorest counties in the state. I will be voting no. I want everyone to think back a few decades ago. Let's take a young Latino kid in Chicago, in a struggling neighborhood, and his government, led by a Republican governor, and some Republican leadership, they were bonding, they were borrowing into the future, incurring a lot of debt, and they were making sure those neighborhoods did not get those monies. There was legislative initiative monies in those bonding as well, like there is in this, and they intentionally did not give many districts, many areas that needed it access to those funding, incurred hundreds of millions of debt that got us here. There are two corrections I need with that story, though, real quick. That's tonight. That's this vote. And instead of being constituents in Chicago, it's constituents all over the state, including the 10 poorest counties in Illinois that are represented by legislators who will not get access to those funds for those constituents. There are residents in Pulaski County, which is Illinois' poorest county by poverty scale, who will have no access to those funds, but their children will be taking on these bonds and debts for those funds. So as we do this borrowing, this routine, and I agree it's gotten routine the last few years, we are going to incur over $1 billion of an interest on these bonds. And we are going to incur $600 million by my count for legislative initiatives funding that will be used not by district, not by equity, which was the word used earlier. That is not equity, that is power. And it is not being used for civic purposes, it is being used for political purposes. And it isn't matched to who votes for this, it isn't matched to who votes for the budget, it's matched to partisan makeup. And so you will go home tonight and whisper to yourself that you're doing it for all the right reasons. You are not. You are doing it for raw power.